Good morning to all my students. Today I am going to discuss with you people a very five assumptions of realism of Professor Mearshimer's, and hope you are going to like them because they are very interesting. These are five assumptions which are very interesting for my international relations students, and so far as their conceptual clarity regarding the realism is concerned, I think it is going to work definitely. So let me just start quickly. According to Professor Mearshimer, he says that there are five assumptions when we discuss about the realism school of thought, which we need to keep in mind. And first thing is the states are the key actors. So states are the key actors. When we see the international system, what we believe that the states are the real actors. They are the main actors in international system. There can be other actors in international system. For example, you have NGOs, you have non-governmental organizations, you have INGOs, international non-governmental organizations, you have Red Cross societies, you have WHO, you have many other international organizations. But when we, in real sense, when we say who are the real actors in international system, then we have to say that it is the nation states. The states are the main actors in international politics, and that is the important point which has been made by Professor Mearshimer, that when we discuss about the international system where the nation states act and react against while they are interacting with one another, so keeping in view their national interest, so because interaction is very important. But what we can say, states are the real actors, they are the key actors in international politics. Okay. uh, the second point which I am trying to make here is all states have offensive military capability. Whatever it is the assumption of Professor Mearshimer. Whatever would be the nature of the any state, whether that state is a bigger state in size or in terms of power and position, whether that state is a periphery or a satellite state or small state in terms of power. But when we talk about the concept of power, every state is interested in power, and every state has some military capability, so in order to defend its national interest. So it is same with all nation states. It can be applied for all nation states that they have this offensive military capability. So whenever there comes a point that they have to defend themselves, then they must possess this military capability and offensive military capability. And I think all nation states, according to Professor Mearshimer, every state has some or lot of offensive military capability in order to defend themselves, in order to protect their national interest, in order to preserve themselves at international system, in the international arena. So the third point is it is impossible to know the intentions of other states. So this is very interesting point. That the states are actually, they don't know the intentions of one another. So that is something very much scary, and they are in a scary type of situation. They are in a very difficult situations once they don't know what are the intentions of other states, how one state is thinking about the other states, what are his intention, whether the intention are good or bad. And that is something very difficult situation for all the nation states. That means it is not clear actually in international relations or international politics that what are the real intentions of one state about regarding another state. And that is something where every state is in a situation of security dilemma. So it is impossible to know the intentions of other states. So the international system is such that where you cannot predict what are the intentions, the real intentions of one state regarding another state. Okay. So these intentions are hidden actually. We don't know what is going on in the minds of leaders. We don't know what is going on, what has been discussed by the leaders, by the elite class. What is their those people who are making the policies, what is in their mind. Actually, the states, they don't know. Then the third point, the fourth point, which is very important, that survival is the principal goal of all states. Survival. When we see the international relations or international system or international politics, what we can say with full enthusiasm that all nation states, what they are actually looking for, they are striving for, that is, they are surviving for survival. They are striving for survival, and survival is the principal goal of all nation states. So this survival actually is the main goal of all nation states, and they are not going to leave this goal. Always they would be interested to survive, and survival is the main principle of all nation states. And because the international system, according to Professor Mearshimer, the international system would be anarchic. There is no overarching authority sitting above the states. There is no night watchman sitting above the states in order to regulate their behavior. So in that situation where the survival becomes very important in order to in order to protect yourself, so you need to survive. So survival is the very primary goal of all nation states, and all nation states are actually working for their survival. And another point, which is the fifth point of this lecture, is states or rational actors. So, according to Professor Mearshimer, all nation states, whether small or big, whether core states, hegemony states, or the middle states, you can say the semi-peripheries or periphery states, all states, they have one thing in mind, that they use always rational choices. Whatever, when they are acting or reacting in international arena, in international environment, they keep always in mind that our choices has to be rational choices. Our choices have to be rational choices. Whenever they decide any policy, whenever they make any plan, that plan is based on rationalism. They don't act without rationality. So rationalism is the part and parcel of the international relations, and all nation states are rational actors. Whenever they are making any policy, whenever they have negotiation with any country, they always make the rational choices. They always make good choices, not wrong choices. And so these are the five important principles, five important assumptions of Professor Mearshimer regarding the realism school of thought. First, the states are the key actors. The second, all states have offensive military capability. And third is, it is impossible to know the intentions of the other states. And fourth is, survival is the principal goal of states. And fifth is, states are rational actors. I think I have contributed these five principles to my students for their better understanding about the realism school of thought. So these are the five basic assumptions of Professor Mearshimer regarding the realism. Thank you so much for hearing my lecture. See you next time in my next lecture. Take care of yourself.